Hello, ladies. Today we are going to be talking about how to create an invoice on Square. Now, I like to use Square because you can get free processing. So taking credit cards can get a little bit expensive. It's the price that we pay for being able to do online parties and stuff. But if we can avoid any fees at all, we definitely want to do that. So first things first, don't sign up for Square without a referral code from someone who already uses it so that you can get the $1,000 free processing. You can always contact me for that referral code, talk to your sponsor. Make sure you have a referral code before you sign up for Square so that you can get your first 1,000 free in processing fees. Once you've signed up for Square, their website is squareup.com. You're going to sign in, and so I'm going to kind of walk you through what you need to do in order to be able to send invoices to your customers. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to come over here to where it says items and click on that. And then up here at the top, we're going to click on taxes. I add taxes back onto the pieces that I sell to my customers. We pay the tax on the $5 price whenever we purchase the jewelry so that Paparazzi can send our sales tax to the different government entities and stuff like that. So if you aren't charging tax, you're not getting the full 45% commission on each piece. And so I want to recoup that tax. And so I charge the sales tax where I'm at. Now, sales tax varies from city to city. So make sure that you know what your sales tax is. You can see here I have different categories from when I lived in Louisiana. This Texas sales tax is what I use right now. To create a tax, you're just going to come up here on create tax and you're going to click on that. You're going to create a name. Now this name is what will show up on people's invoices. So like I said, I call mine Texas sales tax because I want people to know that that's the sales tax that I'm paying. So that's what they're having to pay as well. You put in the percentage right here. Okay, and then add tax to item price. Now, if you click on here, you're either going to add tax to item price or include tax in item price. I like to add tax to the item price because it shows up as a separate line on the invoice. So people see the jewelry, they see the $5 price, and then down at the bottom, they see the sales tax. I like to do that just because I feel like that's kind of what a receipt usually looks like. You see the cost of the product and then you see the sales tax down at the bottom. So I'm just kind of trying to follow the normal, like what people see on invoices normally. So that's how I like to do mine. You want to make sure that this enable tax is blue, and that because otherwise it won't show up for you. The locations doesn't matter at all. And then just click save down here. Which I'm not going to because I already have it. Once you have it saved, it'll pop up right here, and then you can click apply tax to items. You don't have to do that right now because what we're going to do is we're going to go back. So once you have your taxes on here, go back to item library right here. And what I've done on this, you create an item and this will pop up when you're putting stuff on your invoice. And I'll show you what I mean whenever we get over there. Right now I have bracelet, earrings, necklace, ring, starlet shimmer, and then my different categories for shipping and handling. I do this because for my live parties, I don't write down the names of the pieces. And so I just write that they got X number of bracelets, X number of earrings, X number of necklaces. And so having these items already in your item library makes it to where you don't have to type it in each time. It also has the price on here already. You can do it however you want to. I would definitely recommend at least coming up with your shipping and handling so that you don't have to worry about doing that each time. So what you're going to do is create an item, the item name. If it's shipping and handling, write down shipping and handling on here, okay? It doesn't need a category. So the reason you write the name on there is, again, they're going to be seeing this on their invoice. So you want them to know what they're paying for. You don't need a category. You don't need a description. The location doesn't matter. Now, on all taxes right here, any tax that you have created and enabled, that's going to show up right here. Now, obviously, you don't want all of these taxes charged. You just want the one Texas or whatever sales tax. You just want that one check mark. So you're going to save that to where, actually, sorry, on shipping and handling, you don't want anything. You're not going to charge tax on shipping and handling. That's going to get you into a lot of trouble. So don't charge tax on shipping and handling. So make it no taxes. Now, if you were doing the necklaces and bracelets and earrings, like if you're doing the different pieces, the different accessories, then that's where you would come on here and you would push the Texas sale, or your sales tax. You know what I mean? Okay, so for right now, for shipping and handling, we're going to have no tax on here. For price, it's going to depend on what you charge for shipping and handling. I always tell my customers I charge a flat $5 for shipping and handling. Now, I will lower that if they only order like 1 or 2 pieces, but I don't necessarily tell them that because I don't want a lot of confusion and stuff. And so it's actually just something extra that I do for my customers. So you're going to type whatever price you're going to charge in here for your shipping and handling. You don't need anything here, or anything like that. So that's basically all you need. You need a name, taxes if you're going to charge it, and the price. Okay. And then you're going to click save, which I'm not going to do again because I already have it. But once you click save, then what that's going to do is that's going to show up right here. Okay, now you can see I have discounted shipping and handling. I have it if it's combined. So you can create as many different items as you want to. Okay, so now that we have the tax and we have the items taken care of, come over here on the left-hand side and click on invoices again. Not again, click on invoices. And you can see here, you can have a time period that you show up all the different invoices that you've created. You can search invoices by the title, by the customer name, by the ID, by the date. So it's really easy to go back and find invoices if you need to. For this right here, we're just going to click create invoice. Okay, and we're going to click create a brand new one. Now, another thing that I really like about Square is that once your customer's information is in here, all you have to do is go back. Yeah, we'll use this one. Go back and click them from the list, and it'll automatically put their email address in here. So you just need your customer's name, you need their email. If you have questions about how to get this information from people, talk to me about how to do a Google form, because that's going to be how you're going to get this information from people, okay? So name, customer's email, the title, I always put a title on here. Number one, it's easier for you to go back and see what invoice you sent to them for what. So if it's for my VIP group, I put Anita's Paparazzi VIP group. If it was a party, I would put like Amy's Facebook paparazzi party. Like these are the titles that people are going to see when they get their invoice. So you want something to be on there, okay? Okay, the ID is automatically going to be changed for you. The message, this is the message that I put on all of mine. This is my return and exchange policy. You can put whatever you want on here, okay? It can be just as something as simple as a thank you for your support of my business. I really appreciate it, okay? You don't have to put anything on here, but what you can do is once you start typing, you can save as default. And what that does is that then from now on, every invoice that you do, it'll automatically put whatever on there as your message. Now you can change it like I just did, obviously. You can go in and delete it and change it and whatever. You can even change your default message. But saving it as a default makes it to where you don't have to type something in every time with that, which is awesome. Okay, invoice method. You can send by email. You can share invoice manually. If your customer should happen to have saved their card in Square's database at some point, you can click to charge the credit card. Do not ever do that without permission. Okay. Now, I do have a couple customers that like me to do that. Never, ever, ever do that without your customer's permission first. That's going to get you into a lot of trouble. I actually am not even crazy because you can click right here, allow customer to save their card. I don't like doing that for two reasons. Number one, if you send it to a customer who doesn't know you, maybe they were just a guest at a party and they don't know you, and have never used Square before, it might look a little bit suspicious to them because it says on their invoice, allow Anita to save your credit card info. So they could get the confusing idea that I somehow have their card number, which is not true. Even when my customers save their card, you only ever see the last 4 digits. Okay, this is all through Square, but people don't necessarily know that. So I don't like to allow customers to save their card. Also, when you get through with your $1,000 free processing, if you don't have any more free processing, Square charges you more to charge a card on file than it does for people to enter their card manually. Okay, so it's going to end up costing you more money to have your customers have you charge their card that's on file. Now, again, I do have a couple customers that prefer me to do it that way. Am I going to tell them no? No, I'm not. I'm going to have good customer service. I'm going to do what they want me to do, but it's just something that I don't necessarily want to advertise that I can do. Okay, so just keep that unclicked, and it'll make your life a whole lot easier. Okay, you can send immediately or send whenever. You can schedule when to send it. I always just send it immediately because when I'm creating it, I'm ready for it to be sent. Your due date, if you do upon receipt, then it's going to show up as due today. I do give my customers a 24-hour time period to pay their invoice, and so I give them 1 extra day to pay their invoice. So I'll change it to the next day from when I send it. Okay. So now you come down here where you're actually typing up the invoice. So when I click here, you can see all of these categories are the categories that I had in the item library. Okay, so if I have someone who's ordered 2 bracelets, I'm going to click on bracelet. It automatically defaults to 1 with the price is 5. Now, if someone did 2 bracelets, I'm going to change that quantity. It's still going to show the item price is $5, but the total is now $10. Okay, and then you can see down here on the bottom, the subtotal is 10, and then right down here is my tax that is added to it. Okay, so that's what people are going to see. They're going to see the price for the items, then they're going to see the tax, and then they're going to see the total. All right, and then when you click on shipping and handling, you'll notice that the tax didn't change because I don't charge tax on shipping and handling. So that shipping and handling is already on here. It shows a $5 total. Now the subtotal is $15 with the tax added on the items, with your total being $15.82. Okay. Don't click the add a tip. You don't want your customer to do that. Remember, Square is for different businesses. So restaurants use this and stuff like that. So that's what all the extra is. Now you can click save as a draft. When you do that, it will show up here. Okay, it'll show up here under status as a draft. Then you can click on it, you can edit it, and then you can go back in and you can change anything. You can also do a preview to where what you will see is what your customer is going to see when they get their invoice. So this is actually what is going to show the total when it's due. Okay, your customer, so your customer name will be right here, what they owe, and then their total down here. Okay. And then all they're going to click, they'll have something that says pay invoice whenever they get it. This information down here, you can add all of that in their settings. In your settings. And then what you're going to do is just click send. Let me make sure this is going to me really quick. Don't want to send it. Okay, yeah. So then you click send, and then what's going to happen, it kind of gives you like a preview right here. Just click done, and then, okay, that shouldn't be a draft anymore. Let me see if I can update it. There we go. So then you can see the date that you sent it, the invoice title, who you sent it to, and the status. That invoice I just sent is showing unpaid. You can see here that I have paid invoices and that I have overdue invoices. Okay, so all of that's going to show up for you to be able to easily see what invoices are still outstanding. Okay. So that in a nutshell is how you create an invoice. If you have Square and you want to send the free processing code to anyone, it's down here at the very bottom. This is your referral code that you just copy and send to people. They can click on that and then they'll be able to sign up as well. For everything else, for your settings and stuff, just go on here and kind of pick and choose what you want to have as your settings and stuff like that. But that's the basic overall overview of how to create an invoice. Okay. Good luck, ladies.